I was born ready.
Bring us in, please. Thank you.
Smooth 98.1. Love music, love life. I love doing that on the Grapevine 981 because the song provides a bed for me to just express my musical side. You're welcome to the Grapevine 981, brought to you by the Smooth Breakfast Crew
Valentine Uhu.
and Ayomairo SA.
We have Chef Jeff 3000 joining us. Good morning, Chef Jeff.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Welcome.
Great to have you back. It's been a while.
Yes,
We
yes,
haven't
yes.
heard your sultry, smooth voice on the radio
Well,
in a while.
we had to go and make sure everything was going
Yes,
fine.
yes.
Bury my father. And it's even hard to be on the show today as well because tomorrow would have been his 78th birthday. We just thank God for life and we have to continue living basically.
Yeah.
But he's left a good legacy. His time for Lagos State, for the Navy, for Imo State, Abia State. And he was an excellent father. I think that was his favorite role in life. So,
We can tell
we
from
would
the passion.
definitely miss him. But we just, have to keep on going forward. So that's why I said, well, let's try and keep things moving. Let's
Yeah.
come back on the grapevine and,
Fantastic.
Thank you. That's
Do
very
what we do.
bold of you. Since tomorrow is such a significant day. Thank you very much for coming. We do appreciate you. Okay, so if you're just tuning in, you can be a part of the conversation by heading onto our YouTube channel. YouTube search for Smooth 981 FM Lagos.
Subscribe and leave a comment as well. You can send messages through WhatsApp 0809 0981. That's the number. We're going to review two songs off the EP Back in Office. That's an EP or work done by Mayokun. The first one features Flavor. The next one features Victoni. Listen to this first. Filam is what it's called. You made it! You made it! Take a seat! Take a seat! Take a seat!
How are you?
I'm fine, my love.
Hi.
How are you? Good morning.
It's by Fino, not Flavor. I thought which one is it?
Flavor, I said flavor.
Where you from?
Which one
They
is it?
wrote, no, this is the one. She mistakenly wrote.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
okay, okay.
AMAA list, sha.
Eh?
I haven't looked at this AMAA list.
You have stories? You don't?
I've looked through the story. If you don't mind, I don't. You go see go textbook.
That Flavor voice. Eh? 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 Eh?
Oh, please, let's go.
Which one is this one?
We're going on.
I don't know about you guys, but it seems like a campaign song.
Honestly,
It just seems like that.
you're right.
You know,
Sounds like it.
artists that are being proactive, preparing themselves for election campaigns.
Positioning themselves.
Exactly. But Chef Jeff, what do you think of this song? Filam. Mayokun featuring Flavor.
Yeah, I actually am the opposite of the title of the song. So let me just put it this way. I'm at all. Lie.
Wow.
It just wasn't doing anything for me. It was hard to actually believe that this song and the next song were actually by the same person because the writing in this song is so lazy. And there's no saving that the Igbo part can actually bring to the element here. I think it's like one of those songs where it's like you're better off just hearing the whole thing in a foreign language. You don't know what's being said. You can actually enjoy the vibe on that basis. But when you now hear the interpretation of it, or you're like, what rubbish are they singing about right now? And that's what I get with this song. So I know Philam. But you know what? He said somebody in Mushin will feel it, right? Well, we're in VI, so I'll step back.
Chef Jeff is back. Oh my gosh. Olive. Can you please help us
I
understand?
really, no, Chef Jeff, that was really below the belt. But in all honesty, I usually feel very guilty to say something about someone's creative work.
But at least
because
you're
I-
feeling something.
Yes, I feel guilty usually because I feel like it takes a lot of work, creativity and art. The person in their mind, what they're creating is genius, and regardless of how we perceive it or how we receive it, right? Maybe not my particular taste bud, right? But I don't think it's a bad song. But I don't think that it appeals to my taste, but in particular.
How's what you just said different from what you just said?
It's just pushing nicely. I don't
No,
know if
but
we're listening to the same song. Me, I was dancing when the song was playing. I quite like the sound, especially that point where Flavor comes in. Mayor Queen is a cool guy, and I think all the Mayor fans are going to come for you, by the way, because he has an army of fans. But I think it's a not feel good. It's a chilling song. You know,
yeah, it's a kind of
highlight.
song.
Yeah.
In the evening, you're just chilling, you're having drinks with friends, you know, and you just be, you know, that drink that goes with groundnuts. You're just having that drink and then
What,
eating
water?
What drink?
I can't say it because it's daytime radio. Yeah,
Is
so
it minerals?
no, it's not minerals. So you're just having the drink, chewing nuts, and you and your friends are just smiling, and there's football playing on TV, and football playing on TV without the audio. So the background music is. So you know,
this one.
so I kind of.
It kind of reminds me of that Abule song. Back to Abule.
Yeah,
Back
but that is
Racking.
way better, of course.
Yeah.
So,
But I feel also that this song is the kind of song that
It
grows
grow
on
on
you.
you, I
So the
agree.
more you hear it, the more it grows on you.
Yeah, I agree.
You feel like
Yeah, 'cause
Why did you speak Pigeon? Because of the song?
yes.
I think you're even going to say no. Anyways, let's read some comments. Ugo Collins says, welcome back, Chef Jeff. Special shout out to you and all that has been going down. Let me not say much. Respect to you and the fam. Mike from Akoka says, just here to say how my man, or just here how my man's Chef, or to show my man's Chef Jeff some love. Your father lived an exemplary life and his legacy continues.
Thank you.
Quite
Thank
sure he would be proud of the son you have become.
Yep.
Great to have you back in
Yep.
office on the grapevine.
very
Nice
much.
one.
Thank you.
Ugo says, I like the Mayokun song. Oh, he did something different. Trying his hands on high life. He did good.
Yeah.
Xavier says, hi guys. Valolo, bonjour. Bonjour. Says, I was monitoring you on the gram, enjoying Paris Happy. We're back. He said, my olive.
Hi.
Kaki ime.
Ke
Adimo.
kaime.
Kedu Kidi.
Okay. He said,
Nwoke Sikwato. Let me help you because your Igbo is very. and I'm
Wow,
Yoruba,
I
yes.
know.
Wait.
Don't let the Igbo people
Nwoke
come for you.
Sikwato.
your Igbo is better than mine.
Ndo o, but be nice, so we love you.
I love you too. I love you too. Thank you.
Let's quickly feel the. Okay, it's actually.
What was he saying? What does it mean?
I
What?
don't really know.
Nwoke.
You murdered it. So.
Nwoke. That's
Nwoke is
brother.
man.
No, it's not.
Oh
Nwoke.
man.
It's
Nwoke.
It's Sikwato.
Let me see that part.
Thank you, please.
Isikwato.
Isikwato.
Wait, okay, so
Okay, that
that's
sounds more
yeah.
like
So they're talking about me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause-
Sikwato.
no, that's what
Ndo.
I'm from Issaquahta now.
Okay, so he's
Oh,
greeting the Nwoke
yeah.
Sikwato.
Yeah,
Let's take a
yeah.
break.
I can try it, but
Wow.
we got it.
Peace to the Middle East.
Ayo, you're so pretty.
Thank you.
I
You're
hope
so
you know
pretty
that.
too.
Oh.
You're such a pretty girl.
And you're not even wearing one shred of makeup.
Thank you.
That's beautiful.
We're admiring each
No,
other.
but like seriously.
Thank you all so much. I'm so grateful.
For your head, though.
Yeah, no, it's coming out. That's why I didn't do anything. It's coming out. I think I've used it.
No,
Enough.
the hair has tried.
Yeah, that's right.
No, funny enough, it hasn't. It's not bad. If you had put gel on top.
No, I don't want. I've been putting a lot of gel.
Gel
So it's
on-
time
want
to
to
go. I'll
wash it
just
out.
wash it out. I should actually go to the salon maybe today.
Okay.
What are you doing after work?
I'm supposed to go to salon, but
What's
the
that?
lady, no boutique. To sound my belly. You know, they're very particular when it comes to without pedicure. Feet.
I'm not.
I did 2 weeks ago, but what I want to say, it sounds very sexist.
So,
When do my pedicure, don't do it
oh, really?
because they don't. It requires a lot of strength.
Oshé.
So I like when men
What is it?
under my baby shack.
Rotimi Larry says, love you, Ayo. I love you too.
I tell
And
you
this is
about-
just for
I'll
Rotimi,
tell you
not for the
about
other. Tell him quickly.
when you tell him quickly.
No,
Guys,
no,
I
let's not
said
play the
yes,
other one. We
so-
don't have time for stories.
I want to do that. I said yes.
So what?
I'm like, I said yes, and I signed my first $100 million deal. Isn't God kind? And the next slide will be, now waiting never happened. I want to talk.
I did tell you. I love it.
That's a new silly
That's
trend.
mad.
I love it. Now waiting never happened. We go still happen.
Now I
I
want to
want to
talk
talk
now.
now.
Smooth breakfast. Always fresh.
And we're back. You're listening to the Grapevine 981 here on Smooth Breakfast. My name is Valentine Ohu.
And I am Ayo Mairo SA.
And I am Olive MOD.
And I am Chef Chef 3000. I love
Shout
you
out to
3000
you.
as always.
Yeah,
I
we
love
love you
it.
too. We love you too. DJ Copy and Zlatan have seemed to have made up. What happened? Let's backtrack. So they had a rift. What happened some years ago? Is it almost a year? Is it more than a year actually? So they did a song together. Gelato.
Gelato.
Yeah.
Was it gelato or
It
jollof on
was,
the
it was
jelly?
No,
gelato.
gelato. You have to say it with an accent.
Gelato.
Gelato.
You have to do the hand
I
signal
want
as
to
well.
eat gelato.
You have to do the Italian hand signal as well.
Gelato.
Only we should be singing.
I thought that was cute, especially when I saw the video. The Copy is so cute, and she played it well. But she featured as Zlatan, who later denied ever knowing her. In interviews, blocked her on all platforms. DJ Copy was really upset by the way he described her, saying, or almost alluding, or rather insinuating that they didn't, that he wasn't paid for that, deal or collaboration and all that.
It was Israel that came out to say the one that they didn't send him. Israel DMW that came out to say
Oh,
that
yes.
he wasn't paid.
Who said they didn't send him?
Exactly.
Well, from what we saw, it was Israel DMW that came out to say that he wasn't paid for the job, and DJ Copy then said, okay, since you were saying that he wasn't paid, whereas there were no contractual obligations that were sort of abandoned, we are going to see in court. Then Israel came out to do a public apology, and then she dropped all charges. You see, when it comes to this DJ Copy, I won't talk about DJ Copy as a person. I think that she, from what I see on the outside, she's such a happy bunny, but I feel like she gets so much hate, and it's not her fault that she's from a wealthy family. People feel like she doesn't deserve anything that she has. Whenever she releases a song, they will troll her. I mean, I'm not so much a fan of some of her songs, to be fair, but I respect her hard work. I respect her work ethic. I respect her hustle. She's not the only rich person who's made it. Davido is there, and he's sort of been able to. In fact, I don't know how Davido did it, but he's sort of been able to distance himself from the fact that, look, I was born into wealth. So we find that there's a certain anger, there's a certain hurt. People, because we're dealing with poverty, let's not sugarcoat it.
Yeah.
So people are angry and looking for the next person to take the fall for it, and she oftentimes seems to take the fall for it on social media. I just wish that people be a little kinder to her, and I'm glad that she and Zlatan have sorted out their rift.
Are you?
I mean, you're always happy when people are able to resolve their issues. But with me and Copy, I've always been like, I'm able to separate the, okay, I'm a rich man's daughter element and be like, okay, how good is the quality of your work? Are you hustling? And so I agree with Olive on that front. I just feel like DJ Copy hasn't really struck a particular mark with me in certain things, especially on the musical side of things. I think maybe of all the things I've heard from her, I've like maybe one or two.
Green lights and techno, right?
I think that was pretty much as far as I go. I can't even remember what the names are, to be honest. So I just feel like every time that she comes up in the headline, I'm like, am I really interested in this right now? Because it's just really something about trolling or just some story that I just cannot really be bothered about. I'd rather it to be a situation whereby number one in the charts, yeah, everybody celebrate that as being a headline, as opposed to things that are crafted in this particular fashion here. So yeah, it's great that people have resolved their issues, but not really of any interest.
So I just respect her work ethic, and I feel it's commendable to see people who are positioned in, if I mean, they seem to be favored on the rich side of life, having to push or try to establish themselves in a niche that they created, or they decided, to own their own corner. So for that, I respect her and I respect her work. As with Zlatan, his rift with her, I don't really care. But I'm glad they've made up, and I'm happy that we're here to share that story. But yeah, that's really what I think.
Okay, I'm just happy to go to the AMA story because you guys are just, well, congratulations to them, as everyone has said. But yeah, I can't wait to hear them.
So, the Africa Film Academy, organizers of the premier and prestigious movie awards, have announced the list of nominees for the 17th edition of the AMAA Awards. The newly unveiled list of nominees of expected nods, but I wonder why some people are shocked. So there's a list. I'm just going to jump to that list. For our nominations, award for best animation, you have a set of movies there, but some of the snubs, right? Chef Jeff, if you go through the list, you find an Olive, you find some of the snubs and surprises. Play Network's Rattlesnake got 2 nods for for Best Supporting Actress categories, but none of the film's most striking performer. None for Buki Franklin, who's regarded as one of the most striking performers. He was snubbed. Another snub, despite multiple nods that Tunde Kalani's Ayinla received, the director was surprised from the Best Director category. Among those lists, Buchi Franklin.
Buchi.
That is, yeah.
Mhm.
That's what I said.
No, you
You
said
said
Bookie.
Bookie, fine.
Oh,
Actually, yeah, but
Yeah, it is
Yeah,
spelled.
something
The
like that.
spelling can
Buchi
yeah,
Franklin.
mislead one.
So there was another snub, Gabriel Afolayan's and Sam Dede's performances in Daniel Ademino. Daniel's gone. Yeah, they might have gotten multiple accolades, but the actor was surprisingly not given nods. But among these lists, because I know I expect through the details, what were you expecting? Who were you expecting to get nominated, and who were you surprised to have not been?
Maybe I'll talk about the snub, the one I was like, I feel like shouldn't have gotten.
Go
Like,
on.
so Buchi Franklin, I thought was
Mhm.
phenomenal in the Rattlesnake.
Ah,
He, I think about his performance and I have goosebumps.
Yeah.
I think that he is such a fabulous actor.
Yeah.
He got so into the character that it's almost it is impossible for you to have watched Rattlesnake and not remember the character that was.
he
That
played
is.
Nze.
Nzenozo. No,
Nzeno-
Nzenozo was Stan Nze. Now I've forgotten his name.
Yeah.
I think he
But-
was in it, wasn't he? I think in this.
Nze.
Mm.
Okay, I think it was Nze.
Yeah.
Nzenozo, exactly. He was Nze. It was such a
Because he's stuck.
beautiful piece of work. He was. There's a name I'm trying to use, but I'm wondering if it's fit for daytime radio. But he looked insane. He acted insane. His character was such that you would hate and love him in equal measure.
Yep.
And I don't know how he didn't get nominated. So yes, that is also a huge shock for me. Another shock would be number 4, the citation. They say we shouldn't be. I'm trying.
Olive, spill it,
Olive.
spill it. Stop being economical with the truth.
Say it with your
So,
chest.
I don't think that was really
Who?
that much of a
What?
brilliant performance. in
You don't think
Citation.
what?
You know, the character. I particularly didn't even like the character that Iniedo played
Oh, okay.
in the Citation movie by Kunle Afolayan. I just, when I watched it, I thought it was a very brilliant piece of work. Congratulations to her, but yeah, I didn't think that it was that phenomenal. I think she's done better work. I even, when I was watching it, I was thinking the casting was a little off because this girl was a really young girl and then Iniedo was much older. Why did they have to make her look like a teenager? She's not a teenager. It's something I felt like we used to do back in the day when they would make an old person up to act. We have older people that can play older characters. If you want an older person, take an older person. If you want a younger person, take a younger person. They didn't have to make an auntie into a little girl in that film. So I just felt like I personally, watching as a consumer, didn't feel like the character casting
yeah.
for that particular was properly done. So seeing that it got a nomination, well, congratulations, you know, but I don't think that it wasn't for me.
I mean, definitely agreed on the Butchie Franklin angle. And, Kunle Afolayan, to be honest, the guy is just a genius when it comes to film. So just to see things popping up over there is always a good thing. Non Sobasi, kudos to him as well. There's somebody who's doing very well on the musical side, doing very, very well on the acting side as well. So this is actually a big deal to be able to show diversity on all fronts and be recognized for it. So I'd say that that's definitely something to be looking at. But when you look at even the other awards, I'm always like, my ego, where's my ego? And ego is actually there because I know that NECA, the Pretty Serpent, shows up for the achievement in visual effect. So it's always good to see, I have to because of my people because we go all the way
So
back.
what did you say about Naked?
Yeah, it wasn't
Best,
that.
it's
it's
achievement,
for
award
visual
for
effect.
achievement, nomination for achievement in visual effect.
Yeah.
I haven't seen
Nomination
it, so
for
I can't
that.
really say.
No,
Although
they
the feedback,
did so well
But what?
in visual effects.
Just visual effects.
Yes.
Okay.
Have you seen the Netflix version?
Okay, maybe
The cinema release wasn't up to
Okay.
par.
I would actually go. and
But
watch it.
so the cinema release wasn't up to par, and this is, I'm not in no way being biased here, but when I saw the Netflix version, I was really. They hired a consultant to add to the list of those who worked to remake it for Netflix, and Shola Thompson was there. So shout out to
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, he
Yes,
was
I
the
remember.
consultant that was.
Yeah.
But yeah, so looking through the list of AMA, I was actually really proud that I think I've seen about a large percentage of the movies. I think I can speak to a number of them. I want to congratulate Nigerian movie makers because I think we've come a long way from where we were. And now these awards can actually be a true reflection. So when you say best actor, it's best actors, not just putting people there because of their names are popular. People who've actually done work that you can demonstrate that they did really well. To be honest, I agree with the snobs, the analysis by, I don't know which publication did this, but I do agree with them in terms of the Buchi Franklin being snubbed, Gloria Anozie when Inze was there. Gloria Anozie's role, in fact, I was trying to remind myself what I know. She's a fantastic actress, veteran. I don't think she'd do anything that wouldn't be applause worthy. But there were other people. In fact, the other guys, the others, if I put it that way, I thought either one of them could have, but Inze, aka Buchi, stood out. Best director, I agree. La Femme Anjola, Mildred Oko should have received a nod for that in terms of a nomination at the very least, because that movie was simply out of this. It's I think it's world class standard. I haven't seen Angela. I really wanted to go to the cinema to see it, but from the what's it called now, from the review, no, even from the trailer, you would tell that it should be one of such movies. So I'm glad that people said that. Oh, unfortunately, the director didn't get what's his name? Latunde Kelani is a guru, is a legend. So I would imagine that he would have done really well. I'm proud of Nonso Basi. I'm glad that his first outing in a major work has been recognized. He did a good job. It was difficult to do a poor job on La Femme Anjola, and I think it's much credit as well to the director. All of them brought it on the in the movie. Supporting cast, main cast, they all did. If you look through, it's an Africa-wide award, so we need to
but it's not
in Nigerian only.
That's my issue with these things as well, because we review this every year. Each time I see Nigerians taking predominance in things. But the thing is, you see, the thing is that we are leading in that space. We are leading in that particular space, but at the same time, I just feel like I don't sometimes think that we don't cast our net wide enough. And sometimes we end up having the same, even though with the other countries that show up, they end up being the same ones again. So it's like, okay, where's something from Morocco coming up, something from Cape Verde, or something along those lines to be given the chance of being in the spotlight. Now, we don't know for sure what the dynamics are when they get picked, so I'm not judging on that basis, but I would just like to see that much more of an Africanness to it.
I agree.
Congratulations to Funke Akindele, who was nominated for Best Actress in a leading role. In Omogeto, she did do, actually, let me not lie. Omogeto is a funny movie, really good. I thought she was great as the other twin, obviously the ghetto twin, but as the other twin, I don't think you really showcased her acting prowess very well. And if you're nominating someone for Best Actress, especially someone who did a dual role, if you look at history of people who like a Jim Carrey or so, I know you don't say it's apple and oranges, but I'm just saying it's because they did two roles in one movie and they killed it. Like they changed. Yeah. I didn't think it was
Lindsay
like that.
Lohan.
Yes. Parent Trap and all that. You would be asking, are you serious? It's not. They were not twins. They were. It was the same person acting both. I don't think you can say that for this one. She finished the role of the ghetto woman, but when it came to the when it was the prim and proper person, I don't think she really did a great job.
I think what happened there, or what might have happened, is that subconsciously people have conditioned their minds
to Jennifer,
to see her a certain way, to see her as Jennifer, to see her beyond. So it may be difficult for them, but I think that she did a good job. I think in terms of the story,
I'm saying about acting. I'm not even saying the producing. No, just as an
I'm looking at the film as a whole. I think she's a brilliant actress. But beyond her acting, I'm looking at the fact that they were nominated in several categories. Achievement in editing, National Film and Video Censors Board Award for Best Nigerian Film. So
they have an award?
Yes, they did. Okay. Now, Omogeto the Saga was the highest grossing movie. So the highest grossing movie at the cinema before Omogeto the Saga was Wedding Party 1, I think, right? And after that, we then had Omogeto the Saga.
Yeah, but we know that grossing movies do not determine usually even in the Oscars, it's not the grossing movies sometimes that get the most awards, because it's about the money, or these are not Viewers' Choice Awards. This is meant to be almost like Critics' Choice Awards.
Yeah.
So I'm just mentioning that as one of their achievements, but I'm saying that for me, I liked the fact that when I watched it, there were some scenes I don't really appreciate a lot of. I mean, I'm an action movie person. Those are my favorite kind, as you know. Because I'm not a preacher of love. I like action, and I felt that the acting scenes were very real. Only for me to later find out that they had been training for months before the film was shot, the choreographing, I thought that it was really brilliant, and the editing. I think they deserved that award for the nomination for editing. But congratulations to all the winners,
Yeah,
regardless
the
of those who
nominees.
feel
Nominees.
that the nominees
Yeah.
rather, they're all winners, to be honest.
Yeah.
There's several movies that
Yeah, right.
every week, hundreds of movies are being released.
Yeah.
If your movie was considered, or if you as an actor, regardless of what we say here, regardless of how we put it, if you as an actor have been considered for an award, it means that you're doing something right. If your movie has been considered for an award, it means that you're doing something right, and we have no right to talk down on your movie or
You
your
sound like a
acting.
true
No, I don't
industry
think
player.
so.
Eh?
I was going to say I don't agree. Maybe we shouldn't allow Oli to actually.
You sound like a
analyze
true
it.
industry
No.
player.
Yeah, because you can't say that because you put out
I'm
a
saying
movie
well
we
done.
can't criticize it.
I
No,
am
don't
saying
agree.
well done to them.
We are all saying well
See,
done.
saying,
Our
saying well
talent.
done. Would you be saying well done to the people that put Beyonce and Rihanna as African Magic movie, or the ones that were selling Django Unchained
Well,
2
at
on
the
the
end of the
streets?
day,
Also,
at
we
the
have
end of the day,
Matrix 5 and
I'm
6 on
not-
the streets now.
our palettes are all different.
No, what I'm saying is
Right,
also
I don't
saying
think
that
that
let's
is-
not criticize movies because they put in effort. I mean, music. We do that with music. We are objective. I'm not saying that you didn't
And
try or
I've
put
said,
a lot of
is it not
money
the same me
in.
that have said what I said earlier, that people are putting under this
I
on this
love
wall?
this. I wish
Eh?
I had 1 hour to have this conversation.
Wow.
But unfortunately, we're done, guys. Just to mention, singer Zayn Malik pled no contest to harassing estranged partner Gigi Hadid and the mother. Ice Cube walked out on the film production after refusing COVID-19
I think that's also an
vaccination.
important conversation to have
Yes,
very quickly
Yeah.
because
yes.
this might be the future of film in not just in Hollywood but
In Nigeria.
in Nigeria as
Yeah.
well.
The talk
Very
has started.
soon,
Yeah.
exactly, because you're going on movie sets and you're asking yourself, is anybody here vaccinated?
Yeah.
Am I
Yeah.
being exposed to the COVID-19
Yeah.
virus, especially if you've been hit badly by COVID before?
Yeah.
So this
So
might
true.
be the way that the future is going, and people might start to lose a lot of money. People already are,
Yeah.
but like I'm talking of in Nigeria, in terms
Yeah.
of employees and entertainment, people might start to forfeit money for not getting the vaccine.
Yeah. Simon Cowell, sorry, because I'm such a huge fan of Simon Cowell. I'm surprised. I'm saying this is the end of his tenure
He's being
or his
replaced on.
reign by Gary Barlow. Who would ever think of replacing Simon Cowell
But
on main
it's
judging
on,
How?
on a show, Walk the Line, not on every other show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's what. Yeah, I'm saying that. But on
I
any
know, right?
judging show, like you think you have to have a Simon Cowell on there
To maintain this whole situation of things.
He's a busy
this is the
man.
appeal. We are kinder people.
I think he's a busy man. He just has his hands tied or something.
Yeah.
But Chef Jeff, good to have you back, man.
Thank you.
And
Thank
shout out to
very
you guys,
much.
did fantastic work. I like how you cataloged the events and it's just paying homage to the great man. Shout out to you and the family.
Thank you.
Olive,
Yes.
plug out, please.
Plug out. What do I used to plug out? Charger extension.
Did you have like
I haven't cracked the dry joke today. Isn't that weird?
it's
All
not
right.
Thursday
Please
yet.
follow me on all social media platforms at Olive MOD. If you follow me, I will make you fishers of men.
Chef Jeff, you
Some
guys-
people are gonna be treating that the wrong way.
Hey,
So
please, oh.
I'm gonna put
Girls
myself forward
down in
and say
the
that if you hire me, I can be your love doctor or something
Ooh.
like that. That sounds better, doesn't it? Now,
Look at
I know.
that.
Or you can find me at ChefJet3000, and I'll be here same time next week on the Great Final Smooth 98.1.
My name is Valentine Ohu. Check me out on all social media platforms at Valentine Ohu.
Award-winning world actor.
I am Ayo Myro. I say yes, award-winning actor. Valentine, please don't be like Olivo. When you come back, you now be saying no. Everybody, thankfully.
Ayo, this
You're
shade
ready.
you're throwing.
No, I didn't throw a shade. I mentioned your name.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not even a shade. She's the
Can we,
direct.
can we wrap up the show so we can go outside and
Well,
fight?
yes, I'm Ayo Myro Essay, and as always, it's great to have the full crew back on a Tuesday. Thanks for listening.
On the Smooth Breakfast Show.
You're welcome. Come and engage with you. Because
Global.
Oh my
I have to play that. I have to be my first show.